The Batman Arkham games are packed full of details and Easter eggs. This can be as well known as the secret room found in Arkham Asylum, or a subtle hint to Rocksteady's next game after Arkham Knight, found all the way back in Arkham City, that being trash. With this video, I've searched far and wide to find unique secrets such as XP exploits, more cancelled Batman Arkham information, and also a unicorn. If you enjoy the Arkham series as much as I do, be sure to like and subscribe, it means a lot to me and the channel. Also, comment down below your pointless fact to have the chance to be featured in the next episode. Not too long ago I spoke about Project Sabbath, the cancelled Batman Arkham game that was going to star Josh Keaton as Damian Wayne's Batman. But did you know that Kevin Conroy was not going to return as Bruce Wayne? The game, developed by WB Montreal, was going to have Bruce Thomas step in as a 60-year-old Batman. You may know this voice actor as Master Chief from Halo Infinite, or Russell Adler from Call of Duty. This Bruce Wayne was broken into pieces, whose suit basically held him together, as explained by the concept artist working on the project. In an interview with Dan Allen in late 2024, Bruce Thomas discussed his disappointment with the shelving of Batman Arkham's Project Sabbath and mentioned that they did a funny scene between Damian and Bruce.
I just know he was a young 25-year-old guy who Bruce Wayne was going to have to mentor. And we had this great scene where it was back and forth. I was showing him how to say, "I'm Batman."
Oh,
and he wasn't getting it right. And I'm getting on his ass going, "No, I'm Batman. I'm Batman." And he'd try it again. And I go, "Ah."
Oh, man.
It was a really funny but poignant scene.
Is this something you would have liked to have seen? Did you know that Poison Ivy's boss fight could have looked quite different in Batman Arkham Asylum? In the final game, we have to fight a giant titan plant, but looking at the concept art, it looked more like a monster with arms and legs. What's even more interesting though, is that we can actually see this in the final game. Once beating Poison Ivy, you would have gotten the achievement Poisoned Ivy. What's weird though, is that it doesn't look like the Titan Poison Ivy plant that we fought, and it looks more like the concept art that I just showed you. This makes me wonder if this was changed from the giant to the plant later into development, or was the design for the achievements made around the same time that the concept art was made and no one thought to change it? Did you know you can XP farm like Minecraft in Arkham City? In the main game, you may come across these containers that Batman can destroy with his explosive gel. This for the side mission Fragile Alliance, where Bane wants you to destroy whatever's left of Titan in Arkham City. When you've disposed of them all, Bane will reveal that he has kept what was meant to be destroyed for himself. When Bane attempts to rush Batman, Batman will dodge out of the way and lock Bane behind a metal gate, which Bane somehow cannot get past. Batman detonates the containers, which completes the mission Fragile Alliance. Why is this side mission mentioned though? Well, it's because of the containers. See, you may not have noticed this, but there is a little bug in Arkham City where if you spray explosive gel on already exploded containers, you can actually blow them up again. What's more interesting though, is that if you check your XP bar, you can actually see that your XP has gone up even though you've already completed this task. By leaving the room each time you blow up the containers and come back to repeat, you would have set up your own little Minecraft XP farm where it doesn't seem to have a limit in any way. Now this is a really slow process and the Batman Arkham game upgrades really aren't a big deal in the games, but it's still a really cool exploit. Have you ever thought about what happens if you wait for the Arkham Origins bombs to go off? We all know about waiting for the timer to go off in Arkham City that will give you unique dialogue with Joker. But what happens in the prequel game? During the main story of Batman Arkham Origins, Joker has also placed a timer with explosives with a countdown to New Year's when the bombs are planned to go off. Batman, obviously wanting to stop this from happening, would attempt to disable the bomb using the cryptographic sequencer. But what if Batman were to wait 7 whole days? Well, you'd be set up for disappointment, as this timer actually only works for about 10 minutes, stopping at 7 days and 1 hour. No achievement or even hidden dialogue, which is pretty sad in my opinion. Are you disappointed? In Batman Arkham Knight, there's a secret unicorn Easter egg that no one knows the backstory of. Quite close to Panessa Studios is a random alleyway that Batman can glide to. In this alleyway is nothing too exciting, mainly rubbish, and a place where homeless people appear to be sleeping. What's different though is that there's a TV that is powered off as expected, but if Batman were to use the remote hacking device, you have the option to power up this TV. By powering up the TV, you will see this pretty strange Happy Unicorn cartoon that plays on repeat. The weird thing about this though is that no one knows the context to this unicorn. Could it be a larger Easter egg that needs further steps? Or a nod to an obscure villain named the Unicorn that first made his appearance in 2008? Maybe just a developer inside joke in order to confuse and troll players for years to come? Let me know what your thoughts are. Lunatics get a pretty bad rep, but they're actually pretty chill guys. During the events of Batman Arkham Asylum, you can find lunatics roaming about the map. If they spot you, they will charge at you and attack. But did you know if you stand in the middle of the security doors that separate the different areas of the island, the lunatics will not attack? But I've noticed that there's a specific distance from the door that they will stop or start attacking you. So if you were to pull them in with the back claw to the part that they don't attack you, you can actually just stand beside them, and they definitely don't look as menacing up close, which proves that beating up the mentally ill does not make you the hero Batman. This is why keyboard and mouse is superior. In Batman Arkham City, when saving the GCPD officers, the part where Batman has to glide to the officer frozen in ice, when Batman lands on the ice, he comments that the ice is unstable and that he needs to move slowly, as what lurks beneath is a giant shark. If you're playing on controller, Batman needs to move slowly by the player slightly pushing on the joysticks. If the player moves the joystick too far forward, even walking, the ice will break and the shark will eat Batman. The advantage that PC gamers have over console players is that they're able to use keyboard and mouse instead of a controller, and because keyboard and mouse is a binary input where the button is pressed or not pressed, then Batman can walk at full speed without having to worry about the shark as long as Batman doesn't start sprinting. Pretty funny detail that a lot of people may not have noticed. Did you know that a knockoff Batman is running around in Arkham Origins? In the Bowery we can find plenty of different posters referencing different characters, such as Zatanna and her magic show, and the Flying Graysons referencing Dick Grayson, but the third poster we can find outside of Riley's pub is called Rare Jungle Cats, Gotham City Zoo, presented by Thomas Blake. If you don't know who Thomas Blake is, this is the villain Catman, who made his debut in DC Comics all the way back in 1963. Thomas is an expert trapper catching big cats and selling them for profit, who then became bored of his life, deciding to become a thief who rips off Batman and Catwoman at the same time. Although I'm not a fan of Catman, maybe he could be a cool boss fight if he were to make an appearance in a future Batman Arkham game, but it would have to be a prequel game if they stick to the comics canon. As we see in Arkham Knight Genesis, Joker made Catman dress up as Batman and had Jason Todd kill him, but it definitely could be retconned if Rocksteady felt that they could get good use out of him. Would you like to see him? If you're enjoying the video so far and want to be part of the community, be sure to join the Discord where we talk all things Batman, random gaming news, and also I like to keep people updated on video progress, so if that sounds good to you then be sure to click the link below. Did you know that Batman's dialogue slightly changes depending on what small action you take? In Arkham Knight, after finding out that Scarecrow is broken into Panessa Studios, Batman heads back to base to see that Robin has been kidnapped. Seeing that Harley Quinn was in the room when Robin was taken, we can actually speak to her about what happened. If Batman speaks to Harley before going to Robin's cell, Batman will say this.
Tell me what happened.
Duh, what do you think happened? Crane's got you little bird-faced loser, and it's all your stinking fault.
Batman speaks to Harley after going to Robin's cell. Batman will say this instead.
Did you see it?
See what? Scarecrow snatched the little bird-faced loser you left locked up in a cell? Yeah, I saw it. That was pretty funny, I gotta say.
pretty cool detail that Rocksteady could have easily not bothered to include. There's some Joker dialogue in Arkham Asylum that you could have easily missed. During the events of Arkham Asylum, we need to track down Officer Balls using the traces of alcohol from his flask in the atmosphere. Following this trail, this leads us to Harley, who tries to drop an elevator on top of Batman. Before this though, if we go right of the entrance, we can find a phone which gives us some interesting dialogue with Joker.
Hello? What's happening there? I'm trying to contact Steve. Is he there?
Hold 1 second. I'll see if I can find him.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I looked everywhere, but I can only find his head. I'll get back to you when I find the rest of them.
Have you ever wondered where the photo in Arkham City's challenge map is from? For each round in Arkham City, you can see a photo pop up with your stats on how well you did each round, but where was this photo taken? If we head over to the Monarch Theatre, we can take the road leading up to it and find a barrier. If we position the camera correctly, we can get the exact same photo that was taken all the way back in 2011. Is this something you ever thought about? Did you know you can actually check in on Alfred before you go up against Firefly? During the events of the main game, it's revealed that Bane has figured out Batman's identity, and because of this, Batman heads back to the Batcave. But before this, Batman's interrupted with the intel that Firefly has bombs and hostages that he needs to take care of first. Surprisingly, the game lets you ignore the main objective and take the Batwing to the Batcave. When you arrive, Alfred will greet you and say this on your arrival.
Back so soon, sir? I thought you were dealing with Firefly.
I just wanted to make sure the Batcave security systems were fully engaged.
Well, you could have just called. I've already activated all security protocols, though I'm not sure they'd be enough to stop Bane.
Hopefully we won't have to find out. Though I've got to get to the bridge to take care of Firefly. Stay here.
Do you think this is something Batman would do? Did you know one of these buildings in Arkham Knight is a reference to a Swedish mercenary, Captain Jon Logerquist, who in 1634 fled a war in Swabia in search of a better life in America. Logerquist was eventually attacked by British soldiers who burnt down his farmstead as he refused to pay taxes. This farmstead was located around the Bowery in Park Row, which he apparently cursed and is haunting. Logerquist was also known as a kind of founding member of Gotham, and to show him some respect, there was a building built in Founders Island in reference to him. We can also see what looks like a statue of him on the bridge of the building, which was vandalized by the Riddler. This is pretty cool world building in my opinion, and just shows how Rocksteady is dedicated to the lore. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what your favourite fact of the video was, or if you have a pointless fact of your own, let me know in the comments. Cause who knows, maybe it will be featured in the next Pointless Facts video. That's all for now. My name is Fo, and Slan.